Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This one is on interference, and as you can see from the display on the 991, I've got this noise that's from the S meter. You can see it fluctuating between an S3 and it does fluctuate up to an S7, all depending sometimes. It sort of moves around the band, as you can see from the waterfall. So there you go, it goes nearly up to S7, depends where you catch it. So this spans between, it moves about the band a little bit, not by a lot, but just by a bit. And we're at 144,700. There's a net that goes on here during the evenings, a Morse net. The stations are roughly anything between 10 to 15 miles away. And if they're weak, this noise wipes them out, as you can imagine. So we go to, there's some guys that use 750 for ATV. Obviously 144,800 is used for the APRS. There's a few packet nodes and IRLP nodes as well around here. So since getting the 991A, I've never I've had handhelds, so I've never really noticed. I've noticed the noise, but I couldn't really put two and two together, basically. And the X-Wire's gone out, both the kids have gone out, so I've got a free house, and I was thinking, right, I can shut down my own electricity just to see if it's being caused here. Because if I walk around where I live, I can get it around the house, next to the neighbours' houses. So anything further, then obviously you lose it. I'm thinking it's obviously got to be around here. It's either got to be me, it's got to be one of my neighbours causing the problems. And because I listen to the Morse net quite often, just to do a bit of practicing, I use APRS. I was thinking about setting up an iGate. This noise would obviously give me problems. So I've already got the 991A running on a battery. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off all the breakers in the house. I'm going to do a complete shutdown. And this is why it's just a video, and it's just why it's important to do this before going down the routes of getting Ofcom involved. Just trying to, a lot of you already know this, but you might not know what causes the issues. And I just want to show you the faults that I find. As you can see, it's starting to get a little bit signal fluctuating up and down a bit more. Right, I've got a few breakers in the house, the way that the electrician's done it. So I've got a radio here. We're on 433.575. So you can just hear it. I'll just do a quick test. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Right, so that works. And I'm going to go into the cupboard. I'm going to turn all the breakers off, and then I want to tell you what I'm turning on as I go through them. And then obviously you'll see as well what I found was the problem. So bear with me while I go into the cupboard. Right guys, so that should be, that's all the main breakers off. So I'm going to switch each individual one off. I'm going to put the main breaker on, and then I'm going to slowly flick through each of them. So the first one is the extension sockets, which are the front and back side rooms. So that will be the lights coming on now in the radio room. We've got the cooker going on next. We've got sockets in the kitchen. We've got the central heating going on now. Then we're going to go for sockets ground floor, sockets first floor, and the next one is lights ground floor. We've got another lights ground, and the last one is lights first floor. And hopefully you've seen the noise appear. So I'll walk back So there's the noise. It's now moved as it's been switched off, and I suppose it's charging up or warming up. It fluctuates around. So obviously it's the light that's causing the issue, and it obviously changes as the light's turned on and off. So we'll take a wander upstairs and I'll show you what light is giving me issues. And also to give you an idea, there you can see some 10K brackets, and that is where my X50 antenna sits. The cable runs down and then goes across into that pipe over there, which leads into the converted garage. I had no other place to put the cable in, so I've done that. Well, it's been fine for a while, so you can't really see the antenna, but it's just literally above the gutter ring there. So coming into the bathroom, and that is what's causing the issue. This was an XYL purchase, as it was £10–12. They do like to find a bargain, I tell you, but it's going to cost in the long run, because they're going to end up chucking that away and end up buying another light anyway. So if I excuse, I've got a bit of a bit blocked up. I don't know if there's another cold going around, but it's the only time that I'm going to be able to do this video because everyone's out. So I can't shut the power off otherwise. So there's the light, and I think there's something in here that's causing the issue. It could be some electronics obviously behind here, but I don't know if that's some sort of capacitor or something. But literally the antenna line going across there is within sort of the same sort of height level. Maybe just a little bit high, but you can see how close it is. So that's what's causing me the issue. And it's just a string of LED lights. Quite bright, but I think it's a bit too bright, to be honest, as well. So I'd recommend always checking your house, and if you can, shut down each of the circuits in your house, just to try and eliminate. I thought this noise was coming from, I live quite close to the metro line, so I thought it was like power, the overhead power lines, but it was actually this. So thanks for watching, guys. 7-3.